Kenny the Koala's Cozy Bedtime Adventure. Under the canvas of a starry night, in a lush eucalyptus forest, the world is peaceful and still. The tall trees sway gently to the whispers of the evening breeze. High in the treetops, there's a cuddly, gray koala named Kenny, clutching his favorite branch. But tonight, something isn't quite right. During his nighttime adventure, he meets Olivia the owl, Sammy the possum, and glowing glowworms, who help him discover that the warmth of family and comforting thoughts are the key to a restful night. Kenny rolls over, adjusts his fuzzy ears, and lets out a tiny sigh. No matter how hard he tries, he just cannot fall asleep. "Oh no," Kenny mumbles, rubbing his tired eyes. "What do I do? I need to be my bright and bouncy self tomorrow." He glances up at the sparkling stars. Usually, bedtime is his favorite time, snug in his treetop sanctuary, counting stars until he drifts off. But tonight feels different, too restless, too fidgety. What's a sleepy koala to do? He decides to give his usual bedtime tricks one more try. First, Kenny gives his favorite tree the biggest koala hug ever. "This always makes me calm," he whispers. But tonight, the hug feels more squishy than sleepy. Next, he plucks a eucalyptus leaf and chews it thoughtfully. "Eucalyptus makes everything better," Kenny says, his mouth full. But the crunchy snack isn't helping either. Then, Kenny tries counting shooting stars. 1, 2, 5, 23. But even as he watches the stars streak across the sky, his eyes are wide open. Kenny flops back onto the comfy branch. "Oh, what if I never fall asleep?" Just as Kenny begins to lose hope, a soft breeze tickles his nose. It swirls around him, carrying with it faint whispers that sound like a gentle invitation. Perking up his koala ears, Kenny decides to follow the breeze. "Maybe this is the magic I need," he exclaims, climbing quickly down his tree. The breeze dances playfully, leading Kenny further into the forest. He scurries over mossy paths, under glowing fireflies, and past twinkling streams. His heart races with excitement. Who knew the forest was so busy at bedtime? Kenny says with a grin. The rustling leaves almost sound like giggles in response. Suddenly, Kenny notices a wise and peaceful figure sitting on a low-hanging branch. It's Olivia, the owl. "Well, hello there, Kenny," Olivia hoots softly. "You're out quite late, aren't you? Is something keeping you up?" "Well, hello there, Kenny," Olivia hoots softly. "You're out quite late, aren't you? Is something keeping you up?" "Well, hello there, Kenny," Olivia hoots softly. "You're out quite late, aren't you? Is something keeping you up?" Kenny nods. "I've tried everything, Olivia. Tree hugs, snacks, even star counting. Nothing's working." Olivia tilts her head, her big eyes twinkling. "Ah, I see. Well, I use a little trick of my own to fall asleep. Would you like to try it?" "Yes, please," Kenny says eagerly, his koala nose twitching with curiosity. "I close my eyes," Olivia begins, fluttering her feathers. "And I imagine my favorite story. I picture every little detail, the sounds, the smells, and all my favorite things. Before I know it, hoot hoo, I'm asleep." Kenny gives it a try. Closing his eyes, he imagines a story about floating on a cloud over the forest. For a moment, he feels calm and dreamy. But when he opens his eyes, he's still awake. Oh no, it's not working. What else can I try? Kenny frowns. Don't worry, Olivia says kindly. Keep following the breeze. You might find another friend with a trick just for you. Thanking Olivia, Kenny skips off after the breeze, eager to see who else he might meet. Deeper into the forest, Kenny spots a shy possum peeking from behind a tree. It's Sammy. Sammy! What are you doing awake? Kenny calls. Sammy steps forward bashfully. Oh, well, sometimes I like to sway in the moonlight before bed. It helps me feel calm, he says softly. Why are you out so late, Kenny? I just can't fall asleep. Kenny explains. Can you teach me your swaying trick? With a little smile, Sammy climbs onto a low branch and begins to sway from side to side. Kenny climbs beside him, mimicking the gentle movements. The forest sounds, chirping crickets, rustling leaves, and bubbling water, create a soothing tune as they sway. Kenny feels relaxed, but even after all that swaying, he still doesn't feel sleepy. Thanks for trying, Sammy, Kenny says with a sigh. But I guess I'll need more help tonight. Sammy offers a little wave. Good luck, Kenny. Keep following the breeze. Following the ever-moving breeze, Kenny feels a sense of wonder as it begins to glow softly. He follows the glowing trail until it leads him to a whimsical meadow full of tiny, sparkling glowworms. The glowworms giggle and wiggle in the golden light, their soft glow illuminating the scene like fairy lights. Kenny gasps. Wow! This is the prettiest place in the whole forest. One glowworm inches closer, its light flickering brightly. What's troubling you, Kenny? Kenny explains his sleepless night and all his attempts to drift off. The glowworm listens intently. Well, we glow bright at night because it helps us feel cozy and safe. When you're scared or restless, what makes you feel safe? Kenny considers this. Probably my family. I always feel warm and happy when I'm with them. Exactly, says another glowworm. Keep that happy, safe feeling close as you try to sleep. Imagine being snuggled up with your family. Kenny thanks the glowworms for their advice. Their cozy glow stays with him as the breeze leads him homeward. On his journey back home, Kenny reflects on everything he's learned. Okay, so first, I'll imagine a story, just like Olivia said, Kenny muses. Then, I'll sway gently, like Sammy. And I'll think about my family, like the glowworm suggested. The combination of the tips fills Kenny with a peaceful sense of confidence. I think I'm ready to try again. But deep down, Kenny realizes there's still one thing missing, home. As Kenny climbs back into his tree, he spots his family cuddled together in their cozy treetop nest. His mother looks up and smiles softly. Welcome back, Kenny. Couldn't sleep? Nope, not at first, Kenny says, snuggling in beside her and his siblings. But I think I've figured it out now. You're the perfect snuggle spot. The warmth of their soft fur and the gentle rise and fall of their breathing feels more comforting than anything else. Kenny closes his eyes and recalls the tips from his friends. First, Kenny imagines floating on a soft cloud, just like the story Olivia inspired. Then, he mimics the swaying motion Sammy taught him, letting the idea of gentle rocking fill his thoughts. Finally, he remembers the glowworm's advice, think of what makes you feel safe. Nestled against his family, Kenny feels completely at peace. Bit by bit, Kenny's eyelids grow heavy. His breathing slows. And, as the stars twinkle above, Kenny drifts off into the happiest, sleepiest dreamland he's ever known. The forest grows quiet, with only the soft sound of leaves rustling. High up in the treetops, Kenny sleeps peacefully, snug in the embrace of home and family. Children watching are invited to reflect on Kenny's story. The narrator encourages, what makes you feel cozy and safe before bedtime? Maybe it's a snuggle with your favorite blanket or imagining a fun story like Kenny did. The camera pans out to show the forest bathed in moonlight as the soothing sounds of nature fill the air. The screen fades to black, leaving young viewers calm, peaceful, and ready to drift off to sleep, just like Kenny.